Hi, I'm Debbie Guerrero, Professor of Sleep Technology at Moraine Valley, and I'd like to share some tips with you on how to improve your sleep, brought to you by the Moraine Valley Foundation. We are grateful for your support of our students. The first tip is to make sleep a priority. Sleep is vital to our health. It's as important as exercise and good nutrition. Yet, we often overlook the importance of sleep. We need a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night on average, but most of us don't get anywhere near that amount of sleep. So to make sleep a priority, we need to know that we want to spend at least 7 hours every night dedicated to sleep. Another tip is to make sure we maintain a fairly consistent bedtime and wakeful routine and schedule. So we want to go to bed about the same time every night and wake up about the same time every morning, whether it's weekday or weekend. Having consistency makes it a little bit easier for our body to be able to sleep when it's the appropriate time. And maintaining a regular routine is important too. Winding down a good half hour before bedtime by reading a book or doing a puzzle or some fairly calming activity, maybe taking a bath, helps us set up for sleep. Same thing in the morning. When we wake up, we want to be able to wake up with enough time to not have to jolt out of bed and run to our daily activities, setting ourselves up for a stressful day. If we get a full 7-8 hours of sleep, we might not even need an alarm clock, and we can wake up well rested and ready to start the day with a clean slate. Another key tip is to eliminate all stressful physical, mental activity before bed. So that means exercising no closer than 2 hours before bedtime. Exercise is extremely important and very helpful for getting a good night's sleep, but we don't want to do it too close to bedtime. We don't want to eat a large meal right before bed. We don't go to bed hungry, but we don't want to consume a very large meal and then fall asleep shortly there afterwards. Another thing we want to do is limit our screen time. So with this pandemic, many of us have a little additional stress. We're spending more time behind a screen, and we might be exercising less. These things are all working against us for getting a good night's sleep. So put the screens away. No TV, no iPad, no computer, no phone, at least a half hour before bed. The blue light reduction will help our brain get ready for sleep, and it will also mentally make it a little bit easier for us to unwind after our busy day. Another thing we can do is to make sure our room is comfortable and conducive to sleep. We want to eliminate unnecessary sounds. If we can't get rid of extraneous noise, maybe earplugs. Use blackout curtains if you sleep during the daytime hours, if you're a shift worker, or if there is light that comes into your room before your normal rise time. And also eliminate any stressful activities from your room too. So don't even bring your cell phone into your bedroom with you. If it's on your nightstand, you might be forced to pick it up and look at it. If it's not in the room, it makes it easier to live without. Another tip, especially with this pandemic, is make sure you get a good night's sleep before and after you get your vaccinations. So with studies showing that a flu shot is much more effective in building immunity in patients who have slept well before, a night or two before and a night or two after their shot. Even though it hasn't been studied with the COVID vaccines, it's not a bad idea to make sure that your immune system is as built up as possible by getting good sleep and allowing that vaccine to take its effectiveness as best that it can. Lastly, if you are having problems with your sleep, even though you're getting a good 7 or 8 hours in bed, or you're struggling with either being able to maintain sleep throughout the night, or you wake up and are tired during the day, or if you snore, have morning headaches, if you think you have any sleep problems, please see your professional. There are sleep disorder centers that work with patients with all different types of sleep conditions, so be sure to follow up if necessary. Again, on behalf of the Foundation, thank you and sleep well.